football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And he'll get ahead for about 3 on the first play from scrimmage. Second and 7. Man in motion, heading left. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big game.
On the quick, right?
On first and 10, here's Stroud. He'll take a shot downfield for Musgrave.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
They'll try again. It's second and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Slot man in motion left. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. They get 14 on that hookup. That's enough for a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On first down, it's Stroud. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run. It's Etienne. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. To throw is Stroud. And that is incomplete. Deonte Banks right there with the good coverage to knock it away.
Deonte Banks on the coverage.
Bates' kick is good. And the Blues will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Gets this one into the hands of Jauan Jennings. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Levis to throw it here on first down. He's got it inside the 5. And he'll be taken down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And the visitors move out to a 7-3 lead. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here we go. They send a receiver in motion left. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give them 6 on that play.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. Now a screen set up for Etienne. Now inside the 25. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Now Etienne. Not much room to speak of. He'll take this to the 11. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. One quarter in the books. 7-3 is our score. And EA Sports. Second down and 8. Here's Stroud. This one taken in by Hyatt. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Now, Stroud. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Irving. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. It was Terrion Arnold there to make the play. Right back to Irving. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. In motion comes Thomas. Out of the shotgun, Levis. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing on second down, Levis. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Levis. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
The second down throw is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. This throw, left side, caught by Kittle. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. Receiver in motion, going right. right side by Thomas. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL.
To the goal line and in. Bucky Irving for the score. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. McLaughlin now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the visitors will take a 14-6 lead. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
And they're on the 30-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Shaheed in motion. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One play, 1 first down.
That's good for A. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Stroud. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Stroud. That's complete to Kevontae Turpin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On 2nd down, Stroud. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws.
And he's in! Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Blues.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. The quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, Levis. He'll let one go downfield for Jennings. And he'll be out of bounds, but they move it down to the 25-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 45 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Levis. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
A 2nd down throw here for Levis. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. Up the sideline to the 40. And he will have this at midfield. Forced out of bounds there. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30. And another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Receiver in motion, headed left. They'll go back to Etienne on 1st down. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this 1st half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play.
14, Blues 13.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this 2nd half. About to get started. Certainly a tightly contested 1st half, and you'd expect more of that here in the 2nd half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. Here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Irving. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again here with Irving. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Levis. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll manage only the 34-yard line. He's brought down after a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. Shaheed with the catch. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Etienne. He's inside the 25. And he's going to take this all the way home. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Blues. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for 2. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Levis to throw on 1st and 10. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chuck play.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. In motion comes Thomas. He pulls it in around the 5. And he gets to the outside and takes it in for the touchdown. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the visitors will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the gun, a give to Etienne. He'll edge forward for maybe a yard. Pete Werner there to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Stroud. He has Hyatt complete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Stroud. Quick throw, taken in. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, as we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Once again, it's Etienne. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. Back into the hands of Turpin. They get 19 on that pass play. And that will be a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Etienne. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. So, 3 quarters have come. Second and 11. To throw is Stroud. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. That's complete to Etienne. And he's going to be taken down.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least...
Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Blues. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown. Here's Bates for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Blues go up by 7. 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down, Levis. Now, screen set up for Irving. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. On second down, Levis. That's over the middle to Kittle. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Out of the shotgun, Levis. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he will score. Has a touchdown. That his second touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? KaVontae Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll give it to Etienne on the option. I fumbled the football. The defense has got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Here's Irving. And he will score. Bucky Irving. Touchdown. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the visitors will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return, here's Turpin. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Shaheed in motion. On first down, it's Stroud. Looking downfield, that's Musgrave, the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Edgerrin Cooper on the stop. The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here comes second down. They'll drop to throw. This one taken in by Hyatt. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Down, Stroud. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deonte Banks.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll run it. It's Irvin. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete runs. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, like living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
To return, it is Turpin. And some good running on that return as he takes it up close to midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
They'll come up for first and 10. Now Stroud. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now the offense will use their third and final timeout. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now on second and long. To throw, it's Stroud. That's the left side, caught by Musgrave.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and It puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Here we go. This is 4th down. From the gun, here's Stroud. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. A gain of 26 yards, and the decision to go for it winds up being a good one.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
At their own 14-yard line.
First and 10. From the gun, it's Levis. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Bishop. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
That's going to be incomplete, so no help there, and we're likely down to a final snap.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Here we go. One final play. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish as this one will come to an end.